Howdy there, welcome back. It's time for more West of Loathing. Alright, we're at the base, or rather the first floor of the Necromancer's tower. Let's see if we can make it all the way up. Some more runes that you can read if you're trying to become the Necromancer. Well, there's a big old pillar of skulls blocking your path. There was bound to be one of these in here somewhere, right? Excuse me, fellas, I need to get past here. The skulls hiss and chitter and giggle at you. So that's a no then? Outfox it. You carefully inspect a pillar of skulls and grab one near the bottom by its eye sockets and yank it out of the pile. The entire stack collapses like a grocery store soup can pyramid in a zany sitcom scene. Dismayed, the skulls scuttle, roll away to hide in the walls. So there. Hehe, nailed it. Yay! Alright, let's see. Upgrade that beam shield. Oh, thump and smash. These two skeletons have their names written on their foreheads so they won't forget them. Actually, wait, maybe they each have the other one's name. Dive in. Oh yeah, let's do this. Alright. I'm guessing their muscle stat is high. Let's lower their stats. Oh no! Why? Hehehehe. I think this should work. Woohoo! Nailed it! Hehehe. With a thump and a smash, the two behemoths fell. Hooray! Yeah! Upgrade that safe kraken again. Alright. Ooh. Oh, it's the Necromancer! I remembered there being more floors. You approach the throne and the withered husk sitting on it. Unbelievable. All that killing, all that horror, and this is what's behind it? He tries to speak to you, but all that comes out is dust. Destroy him. You puff a breath at the Necromancer and he crumbles to powder. His crown hits the ground and shatters into 1,000 pieces. Well, so much for that, and good riddance. Heh, an evil, evil throne. Well, hooray! Alright. Well, we got rid of the Necromancer. Very quickly. Alright, let's see. So I remembered a couple more locations for the where you can use the keystone, the El Vibrato keystone. Where was that? Snake Spring is one of them. Oh, there it is. Do-do, do-do. You hear a dry cough behind you and turn to see a skeleton dressed in a moldering old tuxedo and a silk top hat shuffling toward you, gesturing angrily with her walking stick. The funeral lily pinned to her lapel is gilded, as are all of her teeth. Guess she was trying to take it with her. Lend a sympathetic ear. Something I can help you with, madam? Ooh. The skeleton hisses and chatters her teeth at you, gesturing vaguely with her cane. Since you don't speak skeleton, nobody can, because they can't speak. You have to figure out her complaint from context and body language. Seems to be something along the lines of, I'm rich and dead, how come all these poor people get to be alive? Where's the justice in that? You nod and make sympathetic noises in the right places, and eventually she runs out of steam. She throws her lily on the ground with a bah-like cough and shuffles away. Yay! Plus 3 Moxie. Okay. Doodly, doodly. Oh yay, I can forge those now. And that. Hello. That key-shaped elf vibrato device hums as you approach the floating window and peer through. It opens onto the incredibly brightly lit interior of the building. A sign on the far wall reads, Snake Springs Plumbing Supply, established 1925, and a sign on a nearby bin full of toilet plungers that says, Plungers, 45,000 each. That's exorbitant. They're not even special solid gold toilet plungers or anything like that. Just regular plungers. Grab one. Hehehe. It's a weapon. Finally found that other kind of plunger. Deals stench damage. Apply 10 poison to the enemy. I love it. You know what? Why not? Let's use a plunger for a bit. Where was that other place that had a thingy? Oh, Fort of Darkness. That was another one. Your elf vibrato device starts bleeping, and the bleeping leads you to an unremarkable sand dune, which quickly becomes remarkable when the robot buried underneath it wakes up. Approach it. Well, you got the jump on him. You been boozled, son. Hey. Nailed it. Elf vibrato scraps. Noise. Okay. I can forge this now. Oh, no. Not that one. That's not what I meant to do. Here we go. The key-shaped elf vibrato device hums as you approach the floating window and peer through. You see nothing but rocks in every direction. Every direction except slightly down and to the left, where you see two menacing-looking, hairy men fighting. Wait, they're not fighting. They're taking turns bonking each other on the heads with clubs, but they're smiling and giggling. Through the window, you can just barely reach the shoes of the one on the left. Grab them. You grab the man's shoes, which makes him giggle even louder. As soon as the shoes pass through the window, it snaps to static. Hide shoes. That's what you'd say to your friend if you were afraid of shoes and you heard some shoes coming. And hide shoes! Even though you're not particularly afraid of shoes, this pair is still pretty intimidating. +9 muscle. Huh. Hey. Alright. So, I think the next thing we were gonna do has to do with the Duke of Cows. But I think first, let's see. I think first I want to see if I can find something. Was it this one? There was something I needed to power to create a weather device. Let's see. Nope, wasn't this one. That's good, because I don't want to accidentally uncontain Roberto. Wander. Off to the side of the trail, you see a big billboard reading Alamo Rent-A-Mule this way. You mark the location on your map just in case you're even in the market to rent a mule. You just never know. Go there now. Sure. Why not? Alamo Rent-A-Mule. Ooh, haystacks. Don't mind if I do. This year's model. That looks more like a horse. Looks like this is where you go to rent a mule. Just judging from the sign, you know. Howdy, welcome to Alamo Rent-A-Mule. How can I help you? I'd like to rent a mule. Excuse me, but didn't you ride up here on a horse? Yes? So, what do you need a mule for? Guess you have a point. Please remember us in the future if your horse breaks down, though. Sure. Oh, great, another customer. As if I didn't have enough to deal with already. What with the paperwork, and the heat, and the mule bites. And someone keeps stealing my lunch out of the employee icebox. My trick knuckle is acting up again. Gosh. Sure would be nice to get a little peace and quiet, but nope, I gotta stand here at this counter all day. And the hardwood floor isn't helping my sciatica, let me tell you. Don't even get me started on what they pay us around here. The mules eat better than I do. Uh-huh. And if all that wasn't bad enough, I went and dropped my daughter's birthday present down the stupid hole in a stupid mine. Will anyone go and get it from you? For me? Ha, yeah, right. Do you mean his bracelet? Wow, thanks a bundle. It's a real tragedy that there are so few selfless and kind-hearted people like you in the world, willing to do a hugely dangerous favor for a total stranger without any expectation of a reward. Yeah, sure. Lists a bunch of features you can pay extra for when renting a mule. Weather floor mats, getting kicked insurance, cruise control, self-kicking tires, rear view mirror, saddle warmers, anti-lock hooves, sound dampened shoes. Interesting. Extra cargo space. Weird. You know what? Let's just do the cow thing. So that requires making 2 days pass by sleeping at the inn. Let's see. You notice a smoldering hole in the ground and recognize it as the habitat of the southeast western coal snake. They keep to themselves mostly, but they're also known to enjoy a fight if one is thrust upon them. Thrust one upon it. Alright. Bonk! Hehehe. Coal snake skin. Do 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 do. All right. Howdy. All right. I don't have any. Delicate bean iron. I do have more. Let's see. Whisk. A masterwork. I have more. Shooting iron. Bean shooting iron. Voila. He. Nice. 15 to 20. 18 to 20. Oh, this one's better. Let's see. Bean iron whisk. 18 to 20. This one isn't as good. I'll keep the plunger. Alright. So I need to make 2 days pass. Weird. You go to sleep. You dream that you're climbing a mountain with the president in a pitch black void. Then a gun asks you for a light. You jolt awake in a panic. Okay. Let's mosey. Except not, because I need to make another day pass. You dream that you're having lunch with your father inside a giant cactus. Suddenly you hear a cute little bunny whisper your name. You jolt awake in a panic. How weird. Okay. So, I believe it was 2 days. Okay. So now I can... Immaculate bean. Just perfect. You eat the beans. They are perfect. Tombstone. Here's pizza. Eat it. Alright. Let's see. Drink it. That's what I said. Okay. So, where was that? Ooh. You pop the poppy in your mouth. Quaff it. Build blood. Do 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 do. Okay. Alright. So it was the Lazy A-Dude Ranch. Where was that? Do, 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 do. Oh, there it is. I found it. Alright. It's done. Hey, like, howdy, man. Howdy again. Got any cows made for me yet? Nah, man, it's still growing. Hasn't been 3 days yet. Dang it. I guess it was 3 days. Well, let's see. We can give that granddaughter's ghost name, or that grandmother's ghost name, another go again. I remember, let's see, I think I know who she was. Meh? Melissa? Ah, yes, of course, how could I have forgotten? Poor sweet Melissa. Oh, how I miss her. Melissa, how I miss her. Granny drifts over to her tombstone and gently places a bouquet at its base. Both Granny and the flowers fade away into nothingness. That is, except for a single flower that remains, Ghost Flower. Sad when flowers die with unfinished business. Goodbye, Granny. Yay, we did it! Hooray! Do 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 do. Oh, screw it. It was a waste of food, but whatever. Let's see. As you're riding toward your destination, a flash of color catches your eye. You parallel park your horse and stop to investigate the source. It's one of those cacti with the rainbow-colored buttons on it. Collect them. Cactus bits. Ooh. Alright. Dream that you're painting a self-portrait inside a giant cactus. Suddenly you go out drinking with a clown. You wake up drenched in sweat. Oh, God. Okay, so if that worked, then I'm gonna want to wait on eating anything. Because in order to trap the cow duke, you have to find a special mallet to ring a bell. And in order to find the mallet, you have to be cow-rupted, which requires consuming cow-related things in order to get some infernal stuff in your blood. Howdy, man. Woohoo! Boom shanka, man. Uh-huh. Alright. So what we're gonna do is Hellstrom Ranch. So we're gonna go here. And in order to find them out, you have to wander around the ranch. But I am going to... Let's see. Eat some of these, at least. I should still have some cow-related things I can eat. Do putrid cow bile. Tainted milk. Definitely not safe to drink. But you shouldn't drink it. But I've been able to drink that stuff before. Did I have to do something specific? Doo doo. Hmm. Do 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 do. I defeated the Necromancer. Alright. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum. Ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 bum. How was I able to do that before? Hog oil? Weird. Okay. I guess I'll have to remind myself. So for now, there's more locations over here I can unlock. A large man with a large hammer interrupts your journey by leaping out from behind a rock and shouting, "You damn ghost won't get me! I'll hammer you back into the grave where you belong!" Well, that's a new one. Try to calm him down. Whoa, hold on there, buddy. I'm not a ghost. Oh yeah? Prove it. I'm not glowing or translucent. I'm not floating in the air. I could poke you in the shoulder or something. Don't you dare touch me. Well, how am I supposed to prove it then? Go let me hit you with my hammer. If you're a ghost, it'll go right through you. And if I'm not a ghost, I'll get smashed with a hammer. Sure, but it seems like a small price to pay to prove your case. No, it doesn't. Wait a minute, you just said your hammer would go right through a ghost. So if I'm a ghost, hitting me with your hammer won't work anyway. I guess you got a point there. Need a wooden stake or something. I'm leaving now. Weird. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh. You see a familiar outline of an army fort and zag donkey toward it to investigate. Sign says fort unnecessary. Okay. Ooh, hello. That key-shaped El Vibrato device hums as you approach the floating window and peer through. Through it, you see a busy city street. Metal vehicles you can't identify move past at unimaginable speeds, though the window is thankfully far from the road they travel. Every 15 seconds or so, a strange metal and glass rectangle, about 6 inches by 3 inches, falls past the view of the window. And you hear a man's voice shouting, "Crap!" Grab the rectangle the next time it falls. You snatch the rectangle and the view through the window is replaced with static. Wow, this is a nice rectangle. You don't know what this little rectangle of glass and metal with the blinking lights and the strange sigils is, but you know having it makes you better than other people. Weird. Alright. A harried-looking young woman in a military outfit darts in front of the door as you enter. Oh no, I can't be having any more misfits in this jerk ward. You can either swear to me they were halfway competent, heck, even a quarter, and that you'll help sort out this crew of no-hopers, or you can turn right back around and march double time. Sure, I'll help. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that promise. Come on in. I'm Captain Harriet Davenport. My name's Amy McGee. What's the problem, Cap? Problems? Welcome to Camp Fubar, where all the Army's idiots and rejects were sent, so they're out of the way. I've had it up to my eyeballs trying to run this place. Please help these morons figure out their malfunctions, so they can muster out of here and leave me in peace. Can you give me some details? I'll need to talk to them individually for more information, but the brief is, you've got a scout who's blind as a bat, a cook who can't figure out how to make corned beef hash on toast, a guy who can't load and fire a cannon without it blowing up, or maybe shooting backwards, a guy who, somehow, I can't for the life of me figure out. It's too bow-legged to ride a horse. And a kid who was sent here because they can't figure out how to tie a bow tie. Oh, and just to put the icing on the cake, we have infinite goblins living in our storage shed. Wow. Okay, I begin to see the scope of your complaint. Girl, you are not just whistling Dixie. So, what do you do to get sent here? You can hear her teeth grinding as she growls at you. Do not ask. Okay, well, I'll just take a look around then. Binoculars. Okay, can't see anything I didn't already know about. This guy squints real hard at you as you approach. Howdy, do I know you? Your fuzzy silhouette don't seem familiar. Nope, I'm just passing through. What do you do here? Well, I'm supposed to be a scout, but I went and broke my only pair of glasses. Without 'em, I can't see a dang thing. I could try to get you a new pair. Much obliged. I hear there's a jeweler not too far from here. He could probably grind me a pair of lenses. Just tell him to make him thick as a dickens. I'll see what I can do. That's right. That's where the jeweler is. Any spittoons in here? General, what's his name? Medal of Adequacy. Shoot yourself a wink. Howdy, Private. Cooker. How appropriate. Well, it would be if I knew how to cook, like, even a little bit. That seems to be the trouble. We've only got 2 ingredients here, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to combine them. What are the ingredients? Corned beef hash and toast. Try to help him with a metaphor. What if you thought of the toast as... a shoe? He nods, seeming to understand where you're going with this, and think of the corned beef hash as... corncob pipe. So I should put the corned beef hash under... no, next to... No, I'm sorry, I don't get it. Can we try again? Sure. A road map? Shinola? A shingle. A hole in the ground. Shingle. Your head. Your elbow. Shinola. Your elbow. A hole in the ground. A shoe. A hole in the ground. I'll get it eventually. Too bow-legged. A sign on the front says, important gun storage, no goblins. You open the door a crack and take a peek. Naturally, the shed is crammed full of goblins, to the ceiling. They're barely recognizable as individual goblins. Wow, geez. Oh, what? Let Gary seeing. Gary takes a peek and reels back in shock, slamming the door. Ah, gross, awful. A goblin popping in there, maybe 2. Is that what happened? All the spores and nowhere to going. All growing into new goblins and they just smooshing all up? Urgh. Howdy, what's the haps? I'm supposed to be the cannoneer, but I'm terrible at loading cannons. They always explode, except not the way they're supposed to explode, or else they don't explode at all. The only time I ever got one to fire right? The cannonball knocked my sergeant's hat off. He was standing behind me. Still can't figure out how that happened. So they assigned me to the loser squad. Said I can't report back for proper duty until I figured out how to load a cannon right. Give him the book. Cannon loading for idiots. Here, maybe this'll help. Oh, well, let's see. He flips through the pages, which have big numbered diagrams. Oh, you take the stick back out before you put the cannonball in? Well, that certainly sounds easier. Let him figure it out. He carefully follows along the directions in the book and successfully fires a cannonball over the wall of the fort. I did it! Wow, great, thanks a lot. I'm gonna go get my new assignment right away. Cool, good luck. Yeah! Nailed it. Hee. Okay. So, I think next time we will try to help these guys while I try to remember how to make the game let me eat the tainted cow stuff. It'll be fine. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a very comfy night. Bye!